Congratulations! You've just launched your beautiful new website into the world, and now you can sit back, relax, and just let it do its thing, right? Wrong. Sorry to disappoint, but just like cars, websites need some regular maintenance to keep running smoothly. But today I'm going to share with you how with a simple checklist you can make this maintenance work simple, easy, and fast. But before we dive in, if you're new here, I'm Meg. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher turned Squarespace web designer, and I'm the owner of Floating Lotus Design. I'm here to help you elevate your website and your business without the tech overwhelm. So yeah, websites require maintenance just like cars. Just to keep them running smoothly requires a little bit of simple effort on a regular basis. But it doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be time consuming, and you don't have to be a technical genius or guru to be able to do it. And to help you with this, I've developed a simple checklist that you can download with the link below in my description, which will help you understand what tasks you need to do on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual basis. And I even include a tutorial walkthrough video with me, as well as links to helpful resources and tools to help you manage those tasks. Now, we're going to talk about some of these tasks. I'm going to go through some of these to give you an idea of what you'll find on this checklist and the things that you need to keep in mind. But one thing I want to make sure you understand is that while website maintenance is important, regardless of what platform you're on, and even though I am a Squarespace designer and that's my favorite platform, I've designed this checklist to be platform agnostic. Yes, there will be some things that will make more sense to a Squarespace user, but it doesn't matter what platform you're on, you can make use of this checklist. And this is also, like your website, unique in that you can take these tasks and adjust them for whatever makes sense for your website. You can delete some tasks if they don't apply, but you can easily add tasks that go along with your specific business and website too. It's all in downloadable Google Sheet, so it's easy to maintain, easy to update. And if you have more than one website, you can easily make a copy of it so you have a checklist for each of your websites. But let's get down to what should you be checking for website maintenance on a regular basis. Now, I devised this to be weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. There may be some things you want to even do daily, but at least weekly, there's some things you're going to want to check on. For example, if like me, you're a yoga meditation teacher or some type of coach, and you might have some scheduling software that you are integrating in with your website that loads your class schedule or allows for booking, shows your pricing information, that type of thing. You've got to want to at least weekly be going into your website and making sure that those widgets or those integrations are loading properly. I speak from experience. One time on one of my websites, I looked at my website and all of the widgets for my pricing and my packages was not loading correctly. So nobody could tell what my packages were. So by checking that regularly, I'm able to quickly go in, refresh the code, and it all worked great. But if you're not paying attention to that stuff on a regular basis, you may be losing out on potential clients. So at least weekly, you want to make sure that any of that stuff, anything related to your scheduling, your booking, if you're at e-commerce, it might be your checkout or your inventory. You want to make sure that that's loading properly. That's one example. You also want to be looking and responding at blog comments. If you're a blogger, making sure you're staying on top of that and being responsive to comments. You also want to be checking your social links. So if you are linking out to social media or have integrations with social media and feeds, you just want to make sure that those are loading and connecting properly as well. So that's just an example of some weekly tasks you might be wanting to look. Now, on a monthly basis, you're also going to want to add some other things like looking at your analytics, your month-to-date analytics. And that could be traffic. That could be, if you have a shop, it could be some of your orders, your purchases, things like that. And you're also going to want to start looking at your SEO performance. So doing some SEO checks. And it's also a great time to start testing forms. So if you have contact forms, email forms, landing pages, things like that, you just going to want to, test those out, make sure that those are all working order. Now, quarterly, again, you want to do all the monthly tasks, but you're also going to, again, look at your analytics on a quarterly basis. And this is also a good time to do a content audit. So taking a look at, especially if you have a blog, but just your content in general, taking a look at your analytics and see what's working well, what might not be, what might need an update. If you're a blogger, what articles your posts are driving the most traffic, or is anything out of date? Maybe there's some things that need some updating to be more current, depending on your situation. And finally, annually, there's some key things you want to make sure you're looking at as well. In addition to making sure your domain and your hosting is renewed, This is also a really great time to take a look at your overall design of your website. Is it still working for you? Are there things that need to be updated? Maybe it's time to consider getting a professional audit to take a look at it. Also, making sure you update some key information in your footer. Make sure you're updating that copyright date. And make sure you're taking a look at your legal policies. Do they need to be updated? And those are just some of the things that you're going to want to look at on an annual basis. Now, it can seem like there's a lot of things that you need to tick off and check when it comes to website maintenance, but these are all fairly straightforward and simple tasks to achieve, and they really shouldn't take much of your time if you do them regularly. And you should be able to catch things pretty quickly and fix them without too much hassle. If we let things go and we don't pay attention, just like with our cars, if we don't take good care of them, things can happen with us not realizing it until we're broken down on the side of the road, and then it's a much bigger fix and a much bigger headache. So if you set yourself up with just some weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual tasks, you can spend just a few minutes each time and with confidence know that your website is running smoothly and that if there are any issues, you'll be able to catch them and remedy them before they become a bigger problem. And with the links to the resources that I've provided on the main page of my checklist, you'll have access to some tools that can help you with these tasks, such as running SEO scans, looking for accessibility, things like that, so that you don't have to then go searching the internet to find the right tool or resource to be able to help you. So that's it. You have a beautiful website. You want to keep it running and serving your business in the way you intended. So set aside a little bit of time, keep that checklist handy. With just a few minutes of effort, you can maintain your website with ease and get back to the business of running your business. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you again soon.